ولم أنا طاهر ولم أنا ويجب أنا ربي فوقني صرت سابنا نحن في الرين حتى نحن نمشي لهنا برا جري ونمشي لهنا.
In the times of wars, the vulnerable are put in critical options where opportunities of continuing their normal lives are scarce. This is quite a similar story of those downtrodden population of Al-Tuhaita district in the coastal Al-Hudaydah governorate, western of Yemen, as they had thought they fled the war and its disasters. They didn't realize that the war would stifle their simple life and bring famine to prevail along the western coastal line since mid-2016. The famine has been responded to by relief organizations with food, but they haven't considered other vital needs.
Al-Hudaydah has been regarded as the Yemen food basket. It is suffering from famine now. In Hudaydah, we can talk endlessly about poverty. Poverty blankets all its districts, but at varying levels. Al-Tuhaita people are originally gatherings of fishermen working in the sea. But with the ongoing crisis, they have stopped going to the sea, and the catastrophe we have seen here has appeared afflicting these gatherings.
In response to this disaster, the emergency intervention by the Social Fund for Development Cash for Work program started providing the poor with over 70,000 job opportunities for the poorest households, who receive an average of $500 as labor wages to help it adapt to the harsh conditions and alleviate the famine impact. The Cash for Work program in late October 2016 launched 4 projects to improve the environmental and livelihood conditions for 9 villages of Al-Tuhaita, benefiting 1,064 households. And they in return gave them proper wages to help them respond to the harsh life conditions, reduce famine effects, and provide proper shelter to those poor people in order to alleviate the hot weather, protect their honor and privacy, especially women, and reduce the contagious diseases and epidemics that threaten their lives. The project area is a home for open defecation and disease-carrying insects, and malnutrition cases have spread across its areas. Cholera has recently affected several poor people.
The SFD, through the Cash for Work program, has responded in this area with over $796,000. It will enable the villagers to provide basic food for their kids and households. The projects also will rehabilitate their mud shelter and accommodations, and it will create separate latrines and safe sanitation pits away of the nearby water sources in order to achieve environmental and health improvement.
We did not have latrines. SFD appeared here and created latrines for us. Therefore, disease have reduced, hoping to prevent disease. With the cash they gave us, we buy wheat, sugar, and food.
The interventions that supply its materials from the local environment have provided the beneficiaries, especially women, with training that provides the laborers additional skills in building the shelter. It advances the beneficiaries' levels to be skillful workers and to have access to job opportunities in the future.
We were forgotten, but when SFD came, praise be to God, our conditions improved and we received support.
The risk of famine is not restricted to the Tihama Plateau in the very poor Al-Hudaydah governorate, but it has a stretch to include areas in 10 governorates out of the Yemen's 22 governorates, where the food insecurity reached to the edge of famine, according to UN reports. Access to some of these areas is difficult due to the mounting military confrontations. The continuation of the war and the expansion of its scale threaten to increase the extent of poverty and the risk of famine in Yemen. The United Nations in the first half of 2017 estimated that More than 17 million people out of the total population of 28 million have found it difficult to secure their food. About 7 million of that figure are threatened by famine. Yemen is regarded as the world's largest food insecurity, which rings the bells of danger and imposes on the respective international organizations and bodies extraordinary responsibilities to respond to this humanitarian disaster and to contain its consequences with sustainable livelihood interventions before it goes out of control.